Long live the revolution. This camp grows under the sun. Come get this up.
Dreams need to settle down.
Well, is a pretty mask that hides fascism.
Another traveler on the road of life.
Crush capitalism before it crushes you.
targeting protocols. Please stand by. Users, jam detected. Mechanical intervention required.
Repair detected. Resuming uplink protocols.
Users, component signal lost. Recalibration requested. Error. Unrequested tube decompression detected. Immediate repair requested. System orientation complete. Signal broadcast active. Target locked. Immediate evacuation required. Repeat. Please retreat to a safe distance immediately. Strike complete. Elimination of remaining hostile targets authorized. Specified hostiles eliminated. Infestation cleared. Thank you for your participation.
Great to meet someone new. Oh, you're from one of the... You know, as much as I love wandering around, well, I'm handy to have around. I've got skills. Oh, I knew traveling with Paige and the gang would pay off one day. Yes, I did. Listen, I need to say goodbye to some friends before I head over. You get that set up and... Ooh, this is exciting.
Bar's open, ladies and gents. Good stuff right here.
The open road's kind of a magical thing. It's nice to have some company. The open road's kind of a magical thing.
The only capitalist that can be trusted is a dirty capitalist.
It's nice to have some company. The open road's kind of a magical thing. It's nice to have some company. whole story about you without you saying a word. The open road is kind of a lean back and take a deep breath. It'll all be okay. There's no time to be upset anymore. Let it all go. It's nice to have some company. Hey, world's tough out there. Don't make it tough inside yourself, too. You know, the world's kind of amazing. If you stop and take a look at it. Everything has its own song, you know?
to trade supplies and equipment.
Oh, you poor dear. You don't take instructions well, do you? Huh. We all need a little extra help from time to time. quite simple, sweetheart. I just need you to collect the flowers and place them in my basket here.
You hear that? Someone stopped by earlier. Heard me singing. Well, weapons aren't really my gig, but I gotta leave. Good luck out there. You take care of business.
This camp grows under the sun of consciousness. Well, is a greedy mask that hides fascism. Crush capitalism before it crushes you. Unidentified intruder detected. Appropriate answer. Unidentified. Protect and serve.
No room for mercy. Whatever happens out there, I won't leave you behind.
Settling in. Well, take my advice. Don't get too
Protect and serve.
Who would have expected radiation to be a ghoul's perfect fertilizer? It's a beautiful day.
Can't wait for the smooth skies to come blazing.
I've got your back if you've got mine.
running out of supplies again. Everything I do is for the people here. Heard you chose this life. Can't imagine why. I'll never go back. Watch yourself out there.
Guess all this radiation's our protection now. Well, take my advice. Don't get too settled.
Room for mercy.
If you can't stand the look of your own face anymore,
Is all I have left.
I've got you covered.
It's like I'm living life on a knife's edge. And not by choice.
Welcome to Fort... Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Of course. What'd you want to know?
The bad guys
The Brotherhood of Steel is a...
make a difference.
well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California could tell you more, I'm sure. Oh, it's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster nonsense, but really, it is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain, but hey, small price to pay for real purpose, right? Pretty sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody that asks. What do you... Formerly the Atlas Observatory, now headquarters for the Brotherhood of Steel. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
I have real duties
Not
to attend to.
now.
The outer perimeter is
Not
still
until
insecure,
Brotherhood
the
starts
provisions
listening.
aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin. If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Bunch of stiffs around here.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary. If we accept you as an initiate, and that is far from certain, you would be pledging yourself to our order and our cause. Our order exists to locate, secure, and protect dangerous technologies. Humanity cannot be trusted with the means to destroy itself. We will not allow another apocalypse. The specifics of our mission are not for discussion with civilians. We're here under orders from Elder Maxson. Stay out of our way, and we won't have any problems. That is within the scope of Paladin Romani's directives. It takes more than just asking, of course. You would have to prove yourself. If you are sincere about wishing to join our ranks, you would have to earn the approval of the officers here, including me. Is that why you're here? Another hopeful dreaming of service to the Brotherhood.
From America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
Wanting isn't enough. And not everyone who shows up looking to join our order is worthy of becoming an initiate. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting...
Bored.
Did you wish to speak with me?
You look... Hey! Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
All this concrete.
Shin?
Like a tomb.
He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot. What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly.
Hope this lot's true to
Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
From somewhere below.
Ain't no kind
Why
of
not?
life
Hit me.
wrapped up in metal.
Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died ages ago, so it's just me and a few friends trying to make our way in the world. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping each other out. We're practically just kids. Had to grow up on our own. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those high-tech guns these Brotherhood have to scare off all the maniacs out there. Hey, you calling me a liar? I mean, Already told you.
efficiency
My friends and I just need them for self-defense. We'll pay good caps.
This place goes south.
Yeah, whatever.
For it. Mark my words.
Yes. I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers. Perhaps I spoke too hastily. I can be rather unthinkingly brusque. Dr. Edgar Blackburn, at your service. Are you working with this Night Shin? What has he said to you? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own.
This place is kind of a dump.
Very well. What did you wish? I am sure you have more interesting things to do than listen to a poorly socialized wasteland doctor talk about himself. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before the war, and had a brief career as a research scientist prior to the bombs dropping. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my research, such as it is. Now I focus on the health of the people of Appalachia. Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not that kind of doctor. It would be difficult to express it in layman's terms. No offense intended. In essence, I have been studying the illnesses of Appalachia. For too long, people have relied on folk remedies and makeshift medicines. The long-term effects of this environment are concerning. Just because the radiation is survivable does not mean it is safe. Their hygiene standards are better than the lot at Crater, but no. I prefer to work in solitude. One day, perhaps, my research will be of benefit to them and all the other people of Appalachia.
This place goes sour and we're all in for
Bert.
it. Mark my words. Well, now look at you. You with these steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them. Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on them. Name's Artnap. So, what's this night? A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side.
California members show
So,
no signs of
seems fair.
from outside the territory.
Look what
Fair
the
enough.
dragged in.
Speak or go away. I do not tolerate eavesdroppers.
I don't know what a Gauss is, but if there's a gun that shoots those, I want it.
Recruits appear healthy, if underfed.
You better have something useful to say to me. Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me?
Radiation
The
levels.
problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. Sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I'd go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys. I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, I like to be left alone.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it
Don't
anew.
blow me off like I'm making this up. These people have a responsibility to fix this. They had the power armor, and they said they were Brotherhood. Sorry I didn't make sure to ask proof when they had me at gunpoint.
We're all links in the chain, bound in Brotherhood.
Listen, I don't have much, but what's mine is mine, and these people took that from me. The Brotherhood pretends like they're noble, but then they let this happen? In their name? Raiders don't act like something they're not, and at least the gangs defend their own.
Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview. The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing. That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report. We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
The California members show no signs of infectious disease from outside the territory.
This is not a charity. As a civilian, you are free to play hero for everyone that comes to you with a sad tale. The Brotherhood, however, has a duty to its mission, and that does not include playing bodyguard. Enough about that. What's next?
Local recruits appear healthy, if underfed.
No. We are not arms dealers. There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman. But your vigilance is noted. Moving on. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
There are countless brigands out there, civilian. It is not the job of the Brotherhood to hunt them down one by one for their crimes. I will say it bothers me to hear that someone is abusing the honor of the Brotherhood this way. Mr. Hockman's problems are his own, not ours. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
What the heck does ad victorium even mean?
Be vigilant, outsider. I am busy, civilian.
Old world science solved a lot of problems.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here? Did he now? Knowing Knight Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if you're a prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start? All right.
Stay on your toes.
Ideally,
Wasteland is
yes, actually. In practice, not at all. We're supposed to be the lore keepers, preserving old technology for the betterment of today. Instead, I spend all my time soldering wires on busted comms equipment or tightening screws on tracking scanners. This investigation will be a breath of fresh air. It's what Can I do it? Yes. But it's not my life's calling. Believe it or not, I didn't choose to be a scribe. I was born into it. My parents chose this life for me. I've gotten used to it, but it isn't mine. Night Shin would throw a fit if he heard just how unprofessional I was now. We should get back to business. Not as a civilian. However, if Paladin Romani lets you... Sure. Great! Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up. Here's one. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. This looks like what we need. Here's a document. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. Well, Night Shin did send you, so I guess I can trust you with a little information. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. We run a tight ship in the Brotherhood. Or, at least we're supposed to. All of the information we collect is distributed on a need-to-know basis. I was hoping we could get through this without you needing to know, but I guess that was too much to ask. Now, let's follow up on some leads from... There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take... Should be a simple inspection. You can take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Interesting. Alright, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Oh, misaligned. Next, we have the release valve. It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well, so far. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you are in my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready? I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do. Oh, I thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? What was that? That doesn't sound good. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't. Now that that's over with, the pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have... Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help, and good luck with the Paladin.
Fix. I used to work with the folks at Foundation. Hard workers.
Must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Well, between this and the report I have from Night Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks? With the recommendations of Night Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
Do I need to call a seminar on this?
Very well.
find some scrap and knickknacks to sell back to Rat.
Huh? Whoa, whoa there. Mom, Dad!
Who do you think you are barging in here? George?
Hold it, stranger. No funny moves.
The Brotherhood? Again?
Oh, man. Cool! Haha! I told you they'd be back, Colin.
Lower the gun, George. All right. Now you need to be more careful just waltzing into people's homes. It's a good way to end up with more lead in you than's healthy. I'm Carol Putnam. This is my husband, George. Now, won't you tell us why you're barging in? Those would be them military types in the heavy armor that came through here recently, right? I'm the one that told them about those attacks.
Those Brotherhood guys are so cool. Wait, are you recruiting? I want to sign up.
Their gear was pretty fascinating.
Settle down, boys. The adults is talking. So you want to know about them ghouls? Can't say for certain. We got a suspicion, though.
A lot of the sightings and attacks have been from folks traveling the highway to Flatwoods. They come out of the hills, northwest of the old creamery.
And the only thing out that way is what's left of the Orwell orchards. Could be the source of the things. You gonna wipe them out when you find them? Good to hear.
You'd be doing everybody in the area a favor. That's for sure.
Safe roads means safer traders. Good for everyone. The Brotherhood would definitely be making friends if you pull this off. All right. Lord, don't get them started.
Oh, yeah. The lasers, the power armor, they are the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Marty, you barely do your chores now, and you get confused by the generator. What good would you be?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a shrimp like you.
I can pay you to get these two out of my hair.
George!
I'm just kidding. You boys know we love you.
Now, I don't like it, but they're adults. Or close enough, I guess. And I know they're bound to want to do their own thing, but the farm needs work. We can't do it alone. If one of them wants to go, well now, George and I'll just have to live with it. You ain't taking both of my boys, though.
Ooh, me.
Careful, George.
You heard the wife. She says one of them can go, then one can go, I suppose.
Fine by me. Me, George, and the boys. Marty's the overeager one. Colin's the quiet one. I hope I...
There's also the robots outside, of course. I got them helping with the chores.
Nerd.
Boys, knock it off.
So, us? the robots and the dog. Well, we're getting to be self-sufficient soon. Greenhouse is getting there. George wants to restore the house, but we're fine in here.
The boys are gonna want rooms of their own, dear. Don't act like you wouldn't mind being away from their snoring.
We've got other work needs doing first. Lord, if I can put up with your snoring for 20 years, I can surely deal with them. Just try not to startle us if you drop by again. George has a hair trigger with that shotgun.
I really would like to join the Brotherhood. I know I'm not as strong as my brother, but you've got to have a need for somebody smart, right? Smarter than Marty, anyway. No offense to my brother, but if he can't solve a problem with his muscles, he's stumped. I read anything I can find. Most of the work and machinery around the farm is my handiwork. I'm the one who got the bots running. The Brotherhood can't be all brawn and no brains, right? I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be nervous. Won't know until it happens, I suppose. But I'm willing to risk it if it means getting out of here. I'm sure. Can you make me a recruit? All right, that seems fair enough. I'll do my best to earn that recommendation, I promise. Are you sure about me, though? I know... No! I mean, yeah, if you... I know it's a big decision.
You gotta take me with you. I'm ready for this. I just know it! Of course! Them showing up is the most exciting thing that's happened to me in, like, ever. I know I sound like a kid asking for a treat, but I mean it. Can you really get... Oh, of course! But are you sure you want to take... Oh, but you'll see.
I really would like... I'm sure this farm... Can you make me a... All right, I'll do my best. Are you sure about me? Really? You go on ahead.
Soil fertilization requires additional biological material.
Hey, you're here. Seemed like this was the place. I had to sneak past everything outside, and then I heard some noises deeper in here, so... I mean, if you think that's okay, but it'd be pretty dumb to get myself killed. Yeah, I hope you mean that. Okay, I'll take cover here. like I let you and myself down by hiding while you did all the work. Please don't hold this one against me. I'm just... Definitely. I might not be the most brave in a fight, but you must need people to keep everything running. And if the occasional moment of terror is the price for getting to work with their tech, I can live with it. I will. Thanks. I'll make sure you and the rest of the Brotherhood don't regret it. Be safe out there.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking's put... Welcome back. That explains young Colin Putnam arriving at our doorstep then. Bright kid. I can't say Shin thought much of him, but if he makes it through basic training, I think you found us another scribe. That'll make Valdez happy. I'm very pleased with your initiative. Excellent job.
That is what keeps this order together.
Not only have you achieved everything we set out for you, but you have expanded our order and helped to secure its future in Appalachia. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Hello, Initiate. I apologize that we aren't able to do an official ceremony. I've been informed that there is an independent settlement that needs our help. A group of Blood Eagle raiders are extorting the villagers and taking their supplies. The village's leader, Jenny Brown, has more information. You can find her at their settlement, a camp made up of tree houses that they call the Retreat. I trust that you will represent the Brotherhood, Admiral.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
Did you jump up here?
Good to put down some roots, right? Never thought of... Hello there, stranger. What can I do for you? Well, aren't you just the cutest Brotherhood member I've ever seen? My name is Jenny Brown, and I'm the mama hen of this little family here at the retreat. Lately, my kin have been harassed by a woman named Dagger and her Blood Eagle Raiders. She's causing all my people to go hungry and threatening our lives. You should take some time to talk with some of my people. Great.
Rat Tail couldn't jump all the way up here. Right?
Last night I dreamed I fell out of bed and don't cause any trouble around here. I went out hunting shortly after one of her weekly collections and tracked her lieutenants to see where her hideout is. I lost their trail and wasn't able to get the exact location. But I do know they're somewhere to the southwest. If you find her, kill her. Her and her damn Blood Eagles are taking our food, water, stim packs, everything. All in exchange for allowing us to keep our lives. Looks like it might rain later. Being high up in these trees makes me feel safe. If you can just help get rid of Dagger. My partner and I were holed up in a building when we heard some people come inside and start looking through the place. We were worried that we would have to fight, but instead, Miss Jenny welcomed us into...
If the Scorched or the Pharaohs don't get
you... Forgive any attitudes from us. We've got people hungry here. Look, I run the storehouse here, and I have to deal with her lieutenants that come to collect every week. Yeah, they have some sort of fancy rocket launcher that would blow this place to smithereens if given the opportunity. Her and those Blood Eagle Raiders are definitely too tough for us to handle on our own. Something's gotta be done about her. I was surrounded by a group of vicious mole rats when some members of Miss Jenny's family found me. They saved me. I figured I could use some more...
Hey there. Sorry, we're a bit wary of strangers right now. Well, I know she's got numbers, and she's smart. She's got people tracking our trade routes, and they've been harassing our caravans. It's making the settlers not want to trade with us for fear of losing their own people. I don't blame them either. Dagger's people are making it harder and harder for us to have the supplies when she comes to collect. Honestly, I think she just wants an excuse to kill us off. Miss Jenny heard of all the people in Appalachia and thought it would be We came across all these abandoned treehouses, and it seemed like the perfect place to set up our little haven. It allows us to keep our independence while still making it easy to trade with the settlers. Mostly. It's just about time to eat.
I hope you enjoyed getting to know us. We're a Thank you. I knew you'd be as sweet on the inside as you are on the outside. Please be careful. Dagger and her lieutenants are dangerous folk.
I thought this high ground would be useful for hunting. The local wildlife might watch out for us a bit too fast.
Well, well, well. I see the Brotherhood has finally sent one of their pawns to retrieve my weapons. Because you've impressed me by taking out my crew, choose them carefully. Oh shit. You mean the crate they came in may have had a Brotherhood of Steel insignia on them. But they're ours now. Don't even think about walking into my place and making demands either. I won't let you take these weapons from us. Oh, I'm not making demands. I'm providing a service. They give me their supplies, and I let them keep their lives. Where there's prey, there will always be a predator. If it wasn't me, I'm sure there would be someone else ready to take advantage of them. My gang and I came across a small group of raiders, and oh, I couldn't help but notice these beauties sitting around. Let's just say negotiations didn't go over well. And now we're the owners. Who knows how that group got them from the Brotherhood? And really, who cares?
Stupid villagers.
Like I said, these weapons don't belong to the Brotherhood anymore. I don't have any of their property. And you can tell those villagers they'll be punished for crime.
Imagine living in a kid's treehouse.
Oh, I would.
Jenny? She's responsible for our little family here.
Don't run too fast around here. Have you had a chance to pay Dak? Oh my, this is quite a weapon. I can't wait to try this bad boy out. Thank you so much.
Have a question. You mean to tell me these documents were just lying about in the wilds of Appalachia? If you find it, there's another secure cache at Camp Venture you can use if you're on that side of the neighborhood. Otherwise...
I can't wait to tell Max about my
news from our patrol.
They must have seen something quite interesting for you to come to me about it.
Interesting is not the word. Concerning, yes.
One moment, Initiate. Knight Shin is in the middle of his report. Go on, Shin.
As I was saying, one of our patrols came across a raider storeroom. They were chased out, but not before sighting several crates with the Brotherhood insignia on them.
Those crates are for important assets. We haven't used them since...
Since that battle, let's not waste time with details. Considering the contents, it's imperative that we recover those crates from the raiders.
We have yet to establish a relationship with the people of Crater. It's possible that they are more agreeable than the other raiders we've encountered.
Are you seriously considering the idea of leaving those items in raider hands?
Let's discuss this later. We've kept the Initiate waiting long enough. Were you able to help the people of the retreat? Very unfortunate that things had to end that way, but at least the villagers are safe now.
Them, and likely many others. The world is better off with fewer blood eagles.
Don't speak so frivolously of human life, Knight. Is there anything else? The Blood Eagles, too. Did these crates have our insignia on them?
If our weapons have spread among multiple groups, that's a serious problem. One that the Initiate has exacerbated with their ill-advised handout.
I support the Initiate's decision. The villagers will not use that weapon with ill intent.
One weapon isn't likely to cause a crisis, but the raiders have an entire cache. We can't just leave them as is.
We obtained them during our journey to Appalachia. Unexpected circumstances removed them from our possession.
That's all the Initiate needs to know.
I am the one answering questions here, Knight.
See if anyone needs help.
The Brotherhood saved Shin's hometown from a raider attack. It was then that Knight Connors recruited him into the fold. There have been other incidents since then, but
this is irrelevant to the mission.
Perhaps you can ask him about it another time.
I'd prefer that you didn't.
Good work, Initiate. You're dismissed.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol.
Something to report.
You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as... One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
Might buy us goodwill with the locals.
The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we're gonna make the same mistakes.
Made it back in one piece, huh?
I know a guy who could fix that.
Scanning for counter. Revolutionary. Value. Result.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself? That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? 'Cause, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or your underpants? And who's to say we don't have that whole platform you're standing on rigged to blow?
I'll call your bluff. You didn't expect us to come.
Alright, I'll admit, this is a serious oversight on my part. Should have known those initiates who stopped by would have gone frying to their superiors. Humor me on one thing. This place doesn't offer us any If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers that a top-ranking member would come to collect them himself?
I don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy. You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse. Now.
And how about you? Do you? Big words for someone who just barged in and claimed ownership of our storeroom. I suppose you don't have to follow the rules you apply to everyone else. Is that it? Because you have a righteous cause? That's fine. This story only adds fuel to our fire. We're heading back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater. Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
We completed the first part of our mission. You composed yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with Raiders. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it. This is your top priority.
Nice combat armor. Ever think about upgrading the power?
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? About that. You and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say. Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. Toodles. You've got the holotape?
Brotherhood's always looking for good tech, if you find any.
Don't. Any new deeds to add to your scroll?
Raiders, huh?
If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right, how can I help? I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me. Not a problem. I'm here to help.
Hope those kids we picked up are doing okay. What were their names again? Started with an M.
How can I find time to study our history with all this maintenance work piling up?
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
Calibrate this, tighten that.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Ad Victoriam. We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
I made it, Scribe Takano. I wish you were here too.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. But look what else? Guard our tech closely.
Bring any new finds today?
Never believe it when someone says it's a quick job.
You've got the holotape? Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons. Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went. They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the fallen. Don't change your mind. Hey.
Any news to share?
We're all links in the chain, bound in brotherhood.
I cannot believe these people are still hurling nukes at each other. It's madness.
Ad Victoriam.
I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report. That's not what I was hoping to hear.
I will not
All
allow
right.
Atlas to go
Tell
the
me.
way of Fort Defiance. We're here to
I
stay.
see. And are those raiders still at Crater?
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment. Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition.
But they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well.
I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Max. We have duties in Appalachia. And the other. Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
It's impressive how much they've managed to rebuild here, in spite of the scorched plague.
You don't have clearance for that information. So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later.
Oh. Oh.
A knight's helmet?
Not as young as you used to be,
It must
Layla.
be.
Can't
2 other
spend
knights
all
embarked
day
with us from the
hunched
west
over the
coast.
war table.
Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable. That's classified information, Initiate. Ad Victoriam.
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance. It makes sense now. This is my place, my mission. One day, I'll make night, and I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Ah, Initiate. I haven't had the chance to discuss... Really? Foundation? That's troubling. How well do you know the people of Foundation? Excellent. That's great news. I spoke with a few members of their community, looking for ways to work together. We're in need of food and water. They have plenty to spare. However, knowing they may have those weapons accelerates matters. It's critical that we follow up with them right away. Your mission is as follows. Meet with Gloria Chance, the supervisor of Foundation Supply Room. Determine whether or not they've seen or acquired such weapons for themselves. And lastly, establish a trade deal with Foundation. You're gonna have to make some tough decisions, but I trust that you know Foundation well enough. And allow me to stress, both returning with the weapons and securing a trade. I wholeheartedly agree. Remember, you represent the Brotherhood.
Please, you're back. I assume Paladin Romani has tasked you with... You're back. I see. This isn't surprising, but it's not the choice. But remember, respect the chain of command. If do not test my patience, Initiate. However, I will put this as plainly as I can. I feel we'd grow stronger from continuing to recovering the weapons. That's all I have to say on them. I'm expecting positive results, Initiate. I'm expecting positive results, Initiate.
We'll make Atlas stronger than... Everything makes sense now. This is my place. My mission.
Do you think I could become an initiate?
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to retune...
Oh, well, my name is Maximo. You can call me Max, though, for short. My big sister Marcia and I live here now with the Brotherhood. Well, the town we lived in got attacked by raiders and our mother was killed. But luckily, the Brotherhood of Steel was there and they saved us. Since we didn't really have anyone anymore, Paladin Romani had us come along with them. I can't wait to become a member and fight off bad guys like they do.
I don't have anything to say to you or anyone else. I'm sure you wouldn't be too... If you want to talk about how great the Brotherhood of... I really don't want to talk about it.
I am a link in the chain that binds.
I would if I could, but Max hopefully he'll come to his senses and stop his blind hero.